What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Charles McMurray. Yes. And this is another top 10. Yep. This is top 10 black movies. Um, I didn't really get a lot of hood movies, so I think hood movies would be their own top 10. But because I am not learned in hood movies, I'm not really learning in black movies. These are my top 10s. You may disagree, and it's cool because there's plenty to choose from to get your own top 10. So I know everybody's top 10 will look different. So fight me, bro. This is me. Let's go. Honorable mentions. First honorable mention I would say is all biopics. Most of your biopics are the gems of your black cinemas. Anybody depicting any historical black character, let me see, Ray, Ali, Muhammad Ali had about 3 different biopics. Nelson Mandela had 2 or 3 different biopics. Denzel Washington played somebody, I forgot his name. Idi Amin, I think, what's his name, played him. But before Carbon Copy, Denzel was like young, and he played some African guy. I forgot, but it was a good movie. Groups, Temptations, American Dream, any biopic, that pretty much bumps you up. Love Jones. Love Jones was an amazing movie with an amazing cast. Nia Long was in it. You'll understand that Nia Long will be in a lot of these movies. If you have Nia Long in your movie moves up in my book. Nia Long is a game changer. It's all about Nia Long. Remember that. But Love Jones, yeah, just to see young black people successful and mature and really coining the term grown and sexy. I love that type of representation. Representation is big for me. I like the spotlight they had on the poetry scene, and I think a lot of the poetry scene today has been rooted from 25 years ago from the template that Love Jones gave me, because mainstream people didn't really know about that world, and now they do, and now people were inspired to do poetry and express themselves in that sense. So Love Jones. Cooley High. Cooley High came out in the 70s. There was a spinoff from it, What's Happening. Yes, it's based off the same main character, What's Happening Now. I like Cooley High because of the story. It was a great story behind it, how it followed the life of the writer of it. I want to say his name was Preach. And they used natives in the movie. It was very authentic, and they were able to tell a good story. And it just felt like really authentic, just the acting. Glenn Turman did an amazing job. Now I'm going to the recent ones. The only reason they're not on the top 10 is because it's too recent. A lot of things I base my list on is watchability. Like if it's on TV, will I watch it every time it's on TV? And also representation. How do you put black people? Like what kind of light do you shed on it? And so not all of them are in that criteria, but a lot of them are for that reason. If you're like, why is the movie in that? That's why. But Get Out and Black Panther, I'm gonna just put them both in there and talk about them briefly. But both movies, I feel like lately, as far as television shows and cinema, we are really championing content and quality. And it's not just, let's just put this black movie out because we can. It's like, let's actually put out quality content that isn't a good movie for a black movie, but is a legit good movie. And I feel like both movies were of that caliber, even though Black Panther is technically not a black movie. It just had a black director and black cast. But the representation that they had for black people was amazing, because we didn't really have, as an African American, I don't have any connections to Africa. You can sell me ancestry or whatever. There's no connection. Like, I don't know what tribe I'm from. I don't know how deeply I'm mixed. If I wear a dashiki, I have no idea what that dashiki means. And so I can't claim all of Africa because to be pro-Northern African could be anti-Southern African, and so you can't really, you kind of have to know. And so being a people that's stripped from that and don't really know the pride that comes from being African or being of a darker skin tone, I think Wakanda kind of culminated it all and kind of gave us something to be proud of, and that's why people were reacting the way it was about this fictional place. Just like they reacted the same way about Zamunda, the same way about Hillman College, even though it ain't no real college. Give something to be proud of. But that's it for the honorable mentions. I'll get into my list. Number 10 spot goes to Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights was a great movie just because of the cast. You had Della Reese, you had Arsenio Hall, you had Richard Pryor, you had Red Fox, you had Eddie Murphy. You had a bunch of other people, just comedy powerhouses. And they also kind of showed black people in not a positive light, but they were getting money. I feel like it was like a Godfather, Scarface, like mob like movie, but it also had that comedy, that heavy comedy twist to it. And I love like all of Eddie's movies in that era. Like I wish I could put them all in there because they were comedies, but they were like legit stories, And I love that. I don't hate movies that are just comedies, but it's hard to make that balance. Like it's a good movie even if it wasn't a comedy, but it's also hilarious. Number 9 goes to Boys in the Hood. John Singleton. It's going down over there. You hear that siren? All in the hood. Anywho, John Singleton directed it. He's my frat brother. I also played Young Doughboy in the African American Children's Theater production of Boys in the Hood. And so Boys in the Hood will always have a special place in my heart. Andy Along was in it. Morris Chestnut, Cuba Gooding Jr., Ice Cube, acting debut. Just a beautiful movie, just really outlining life in South Central and people who made it out and people who didn't, and just having Lawrence Fishburne is serious in there. He was really good, because that was the first I've ever heard of gentrification or what that means or deurbanization. And so to have him speaking that type of knowledge back in the early 90s, and now we can really see the ramifications of it in every major city, wow, that's a very heavy thing. Number 8 spot goes to Color Purple. Color Purple may arguably be the most quotable black movie ever. You told Hoppo to beat me, you sure is ugly until you do right by me. All that stuff. Suge like a beat me just like honey. Like I'm made like so quotable. Only reason they're this low on the list is because it's so long. But just to have a story that tragic and still make it watchable, it was straight. And it was filmed like right down the street in Anson County, North Carolina. And like I had a music teacher that was like in the movie. I want to say extra, but she was a little bit more than extra. And so, yeah, cast, Lawrence Fishburne was in it, Danny Glover, Oprah, Whoopi Goldberg. I don't know why I mentioned Lawrence Fishburne first, but it is what it is. Color Purple. Number 6 spot goes to The Best Man. The Best Man was a great movie. Also with that representation of young, black, successful, grown and sexy, doing your thing, in your respective fields, Like they didn't undercut black athletes, but they didn't limit it to black athletes. Or they didn't undercut black entertainers, but they didn't limit it to black entertainers. And so they showed different factions of success and making it look attainable and making it look cool. Great story. Morris Chestnut, Tate Diggs, freaking Nia Long, Shania Lathan, who else? Candy, not Candy, Regina Hall, all in the movie. They made Best Man Holiday like freaking 15, 20 years later, and the movie was still good. Like for you to pull off a sequel is hard, but for you to pull a good sequel 20 years after the original, My hat's off. That's why I put you on the list, just because of the sequel. Uh, Friday, number 5. Friday may be more quotable than The Color Purple. It's definitely a hood classic, much like Boys in the Hood, but even better because it was a comedy. You had Bernie Mac, you had Faison Love, you had Chris Tucker, you had everybody. And then the franchise went on. You had Mike Epps, you had Cat Williams, you had D.C. Curry, you had John Witherspoon, you know. So many people in there. You know, Ice Cube kind of gave an opportunity to, and they weren't as known back then, but now they're household names. And so just having that, just having as many quotables and as many stars in that movie, it was definitely a game changer. Definitely goes by. I think it'll be on anybody's list. Friday is just that movie. Number 4 goes to The Wiz. This may come out of left field for a lot of people, but I like The Wiz, so oh well. I like The Wiz because I like the music, I like the colors, I like Michael Jackson's performance, Nipsey Russell's, Diana Ross, whoever played the lion. Richard Pryor was in the movie, and it was just, man, I'm telling you, it was just a soulful movie. You ever see movies and you just feel black? Like, that's what I get with The Wiz, and that's why I like it so much. Number 4 goes to, wait, am I on number 4? Yeah, I'm on number 4. Number 3, I'm sorry. Number 3 goes to Malcolm X. I know I'm not supposed to put any biopics in there, but Malcolm X is like that important. And so, yeah. In fact, I'm gonna just put a little blurb for Spike Lee movies. I don't like a lot of them. I'm gonna just be honest. But 2 I do like is Boomerang. You know, they got a little TV show out now. I'll be watching the shows. The show's dope. But Boomerang, great representation, very funny. Eddie Murphy did his thing. David Allen Greer, Halle Berry, Robin Givens, Martin Lawrence. You know, had freaking what's her name? I don't even know, yo. But Eartha Kitt. I forgot her name. That is crazy. Anyway. Amazing. I guess. But Bamboozled was like my favorite Spike Lee movie, more than Malcolm X. But I know nobody's seen Bamboozled, but Bamboozled was deep to me. If you want to, you just check that out in your spare time. But Malcolm X, really, like Denzel really championed that role. I heard he did, he played Malcolm X on a theater production one time, and that's how he was able to get into character like he was. But I feel like he really told his story and elements of his character that, you know, I didn't know, because of course he died way before I was born. And so just to see that story and to see that transition and to kind of understand the mindset of a person who is very easily misunderstood. You know, you brought the humanity to it. It's an amazing movie, amazing story. Number 2 spot goes to Lean on Me. Number 3 spot goes to Lean on Me. What am I doing? I'm messing up these numbers. Number 3 spot goes to Lean on Me. Number 4 was Malcolm X. Lean on Me is one of those movies that I watch every single time it's on TV. Morgan Freeman, Mr. Clark, Fairy Side. Like, love it. We don't want a better principal. We want Mr. Clark. Sam's. You smoke crack, don't you, Sam's? Jump. You're killing yourself. This is make it faster. Like, yo, Lean on Me is the movie. Y'all go through the halls expeditiously. It is Lean on Me, man. Lean on Me. I'm trying to tell you the truth about Lean on Me. Like, it was heartfelt. It wasn't even that funny. It was just heartfelt. It was so much heart in that movie. Like, I just felt it. And it, you know, you had your parts where you laughed and you just felt for them kids. You felt for Mr. Clark, even though he had his flaws. Like, it was amazing. Coming next is the 5 Heartbeats. I watch 5 Heartbeats every single time it comes on. I bought it. I bought Lean on Me and 5 Heartbeats. That's how much I liked it. Even though I knew it was on TV all the time, I was like, it's not gonna be enough. Like, I love 5 Heartbeats. Is so funny. Like, every night I gotta fight to prove my love. Like, it's just, oh man, Robin Townsend. Like, he's dope for that. You You know, he was aging people and really telling a story about a fictional group, but most real groups went through it. And so people were looking for the 5 heartbeats or whatever. You know, even had real songs. But loved it. Oh my God. And the #1 spot goes to, you guessed it, Coming to America. Coming to America is my all-time favorite movie. It has everything. It has drama. It has a love story. It has the comedy. It has your all-star cast. You know, you have Sherry Headley. You have Arsenio Hall. You have Eddie Murphy. You have James Earl Jones. You have Samuel Jackson was in the movie. Louis Anderson. Eric LaSalle. You know, who was it? John Amos was in the movie. It was so many people in this movie. Garcelle Bouvet was in the movie. Like, people didn't even have speaking parts, and they were like, they grew in their career to be like main ladies and leading men in movies and television shows. Like, Coming to America is just that movie. Like, it showed culture. It was funky. It showed, you know, dignified. It showed black people with money. You know, whether it be in America or in Africa, however that looks like. You know, it was just a good movie. Like, I saw it first when I was like in the single digits, because it came out the year I was born, so I had to like wait for some years. But man, every time I see it, it's just something else I pick up. It's something else I laugh at. Like, I probably can quote the whole movie, like whatever, like from line by line. But yeah, man, that's my top 10. Apparently, I can't make this video small. This is my second time recording this video, and I can't make it any shorter. So this is what it is. The video is just long. Oh well. Show your top 10, or if you agree, just comment below. Peace.